Front Row MMA here with the BAMMA lightweight champion of the world, Rob Sinclair. Rob, what did you make to the card last night? You were there watching. What did you think of some of the fights? Anybody stand out?
No, yeah, some of them. The earlier cards were a bit, not amateurish, but you can see even the nerves and stuff like that. But it's a good building platform. The main card, I thought was good. I missed the Stevie Ray fight. Went home and got changed. The Alex Reid fight, I personally thought was great entertainment value. Technically not the greatest, but entertainment value was amazing. So the Alex Reid one stood out for me for entertainment. But yeah, I was happy with the card, to be honest. I enjoyed it.
But we spoke to you after the last BAMMA. We were expecting to see Rob Sinclair on the top of that card and defending his title. What happened there?
Well, I spoke to my management 2 days after, and I said, "Are we on the December card?" Because that's what I was told, and the card was full. The card was already full, so they said to us that we're going to put in the March card. So I was like, okay. So I'm presuming that they had the card set before that show even happened. That night.
Yeah.
And they had 2 title fights or something like that. So they just told me March. I was told December, but then I got told I was going back to March. So.
Are we still looking towards? Is it? And I don't know if you know, but are we still looking towards Curt Warburton? I mean, that was the.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing mixed things with Curt Warburton. Listen, Ray, we've had a bit of banter on Twitter and all that, and I had an interview last night, a bit pissed, and I was a bit of a dick, really. I think we're gonna have to edit it, but apparently he wants the fight. You've told me that earlier. He wants the fight, so let's just have a fight then. I know he was supposed to fight my brother a couple of years ago, and he texted me saying, "No, the fight was never agreed," which is it's not true. I spoke to the promoter, I spoke to his striking coach, and he was supposed to fight my brother, and he didn't fight my brother. So I'm thinking to myself, 12-week training camp. My brother trained for 5 weeks for that fight. 3 weeks left, he pulled out. Right. He texted me saying on Facebook, to Curt Warburton, saying, "I never agreed to the fight, but I know he did." He knows he did. Yeah. So I'm just a bit. He's on a 4-fight win streak. Maybe I'm a dangerous guy to fight on a 4-fight win streak when you're close to the UFC. But if he takes it, great, we'll put on a good show.
Is there, let's say for whatever reason the Curt Warburton fight doesn't come off. Did you see anybody last night, or is there another BAMMA lightweight that intrigues you in terms of giving you a good fight? Something?
Yeah, I mean, on the card last night, I can't think of anyone that was on. There was Jeremy Petley.
Petley, we did an interview with Petley, and he was very respectful of you, but he did come out and say, he wants to get to a level where he can step into the ring with a guy like Rob Sinclair.
Well, that's nice of him to say that, because he come across all respectful when he fought Richie last night, and so I like his team as well. I thought Diego Vital, and he's part of that team, and I had a bit of banter with his teammates after, and maybe a couple, if he wins a couple more fights, maybe. Yeah. I don't like. It sounds like I'm being a rat bigger than twat. You know what I mean? Saying that. Yeah. But realistically, maybe in a couple more fights. But I didn't see the Stevie Ray fight.
Stevie Ray, he looked good. He controlled. Again, maybe it's a fight or two in the future.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see the fight, so I can't comment. I got told about the fight, Stevie Ray fight, and I thought, well, it's only his second fight at lightweight. What's he doing fighting for a British title on BAMMA? I thought maybe there's more worthy people I don't know. But I went home and got changed, and I seen the tweet coming through that he'd done well, took him down or whatever he'd done. Actually, it'd be a good fight, that Stevie Ray. I can take both belts, and I'm a good one at that.
Yeah. double champion Rob Sinclair. Looking forward to a March card. If that doesn't look like it's going to happen with BAMMA, are you free to fight for other organisations?
I've got one fight left. I spoke to one of the guys at BAMMA yesterday, because I've been offered a contract elsewhere, and BAMMA know about it. Bellator offered me a contract, but I don't want to be disrespectful to BAMMA, so I'm going to get the last fight out of the way, but it's got to be March. I'm not waiting another fucking year. Bullshit. I'm not doing that. It's either a fight in March at BAMMA, or sit down with them and say, look, you're going to have to just let me go somewhere for a fight, because it took me a year last time. Yeah. You know that anyway. You spoke to Andre, he was in the same boat. Yeah. I'm not waiting another year. I'm already about 90 kilo. I've got to start losing weight.
Bellator, would that be to a view to take part in one of the tourneys, or is it a fight first and then see? Or
They've offered me both, to be honest. They've offered me a fight in February, the tournament in February. But obviously, yeah, you know, I don't want to. I'm in a crossroads here where BAMMA won't offer me a contract, right? Another contract is my last one. Bellator won't offer me a contract, and if I win in March, I'm probably going to get a contract from UFC, an offer from UFC. So I'm probably going to have 3 different contracts on the table.
Put you on the spot and say, just retire, not
retire.
Is there really any choice if those are the 4 on the table? Is it a real tough choice, or is it I go UFC?
Well, I mean, everyone strives to go to the UFC. BAMMA's been good to me. You know, if I win against Curt Warburton, that'll be 5 on the bounce. You know, no one's done. I don't think no one's done on BAMMA what I've done on BAMMA. I've fought 4 times, and I've won all convincingly. And there's not one time you've seen in the fight, whether it be Nathan Beer, Diego Vital, Andre Winner and Daniel Varchel, where you've gone, oh shit, he's in trouble. Yeah. You know what I mean? I ain't even taken no damage apart from my hands. Yeah. No one's done that. I don't think nobody's done that at BAMMA. If I win again, that's 5 fights I've won at BAMMA. You know, I'm in a strong position, aren't I, really? Yeah. So, but I like the guys at BAMMA though. I get on with Steve and Dave Green and Jude and Ashley. I get on with them. So they're going to offer me something on Wednesday. Sunday today, so we'll see what they say.
You know, we're dealing with what ifs and the fantasy and whatever, but you know, should it be the UFC contract? How excited would you be about maybe meeting Paul Sass again on a European card, on a British card?
You asked me that last time.
Well, I think I want that fight. Yeah, I really do. I think, you know, I've seen footage of the first because obviously I wasn't there, and I think that's a tasty fight. He's coming off a loss. You're coming off 5 wins straight. He's been in the UFC for 3 fights. I think it's a good fight for both of you.
Yeah, I mean, he is a teammate. But that doesn't seem to matter, does it, at the moment?
I'm not trying to cause shit between you. I promise.
You know what I mean? To be honest, I've had it. I get along with Sass. You know what I mean? He's a good kid. You know, you can't call him. He's respectful in every way. But I think I've been too nice over the last 2 or 3 years. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bullshit. You know, start going, you're a dick and you're a dick and all that. But pisses me off some people, do you know what I mean? How they blow smoke at some people's ass. This is not Sass. If I got told to fight Sass, then in the UFC, then I'll have to fight Sass, won't I? Yeah. You know, a lot of people would like that on a British card because I don't feel like in that particular fight I didn't perform. If you've watched the fight, you know what I mean? I'm not jumping guard again. You know, doing what I did. If I got told to do that, I'd have to do that. But if they give me the choice to do that, then I won't be doing that.
You know, we're here at BAMMA. You got a couple of guys on the card. Yeah. You want to talk a little very quickly about, you know, the lads you got fighting tonight and how they're doing? Yeah, I've got.
I'm down here with my brother. Got 2 lads from we have a gym, Sinclair MMA. They only train twice a week and they do their own thing. I've got Will Hanford, 6'4", 6'5", 2-0. Really good hands, good power. He's fighting a guy called Will. Who are you fighting?
All the way down.
Who are you fighting?
Am I fighting?
Who? David. No, you did. David
from UTC.
Yeah, David Dickinson, and he beat one of our guys last time out, so it's sort of a revenge match. So I've got him on 2-0, good fighter, and I've also got Lewis Hetherington. I think he's on later on. He's 0-1, lost close decision in Liverpool to a Scouser.
Oh, that's never happened before, has it? Yeah.
So, well, yeah, both fighters.
We've seen you at BAMMA a few times with various fighters. How do you rate this event?
Oh, yeah, you know, it's brilliant. Do you know what, right? I've been to a lot of events where it's all amateurish, you know what I mean? And that's why I won't leave BAMMA for another UK show, because, in my opinion, you get treated well. Here, I think Mark Goddard, obviously he's worked with the UFC, and he's worked at BAMMA, and he's worked all around. And I think he tries to keep you feeling professional, you know, from everything. You can ask him for anything and he gets it. So keep bringing him down. I mean, it's like 2 hours from my house. There's shows on the doorstep, but I'd rather him get treated right and, you know what I mean, and looked after. So they've only brought about 10 people between them, but you know, I'd rather bring them to a professional show, and Mark Goddard does a good job, so that's all compliments.
We don't want to take your time away from you and your fight camp.
My brother was saying,
yeah, you know, if we get BAMMA 12 right now, there's a poll online. They're looking for the cities that it should go in. Newcastle is up there. Scotland is up there. Manchester? How good would that feel?
Well, Manchester's 30 miles away from me, half an hour down the motorway, so that'd be absolutely perfect. Newcastle, I don't mind that either.
Yeah?
I don't mind that, because I follow Newcastle football club.
Oh, well, there's
so-
no accounting for taste, but that's all right.
Watford fan or something, are you?
You know,
Yeah, come on.
how much of an advantage does it give to somebody fighting in their hometown? You know, is it like in football they say the 12th man?
Yeah.
Is it like that in the arena? Do you notice that kind of support?
Well, I mean, with BAMMA, because it's so big, I mean, the closest I fought to my hometown is Birmingham.
Yeah.
2 hours away, 2.5 hours away, but it still feels like my hometown, you know, because I feel like I'm respectful when it comes to interviews, you know, and I try and put on a good show, and I don't call nobody names, and I don't gobshite on the internet like some people do. So I think I've got a lot of support, and it always feels like the home crowd wherever I go. So if I'm in Manchester, obviously I sell a lot more tickets and I'll get a lot more people there. But if it's in Newcastle, you know, I can go out after in Newcastle, can't I?
Have a bit of a party.
Have a good time. But I don't mind where it is. I mean, Manchester be good, you know, if I close the home. Newcastle be good. Either one of them should be perfect for me.
You'd be happy with either?
Yeah, definitely.
And one more thing before we let you go and sort of go back to your team. Let's say that you come off on the wrong end of a BAMMA fight coming up. I don't like to think that way. I know, but does that change sort of where you'd like to go? Are you would that be I'll have 3 more fights with BAMMA, or?
I know what you're saying. It's difficult because I'm.
Yeah, I hate asking that question.
No, I'm 33 in February. Alright, so if I lose, I'm on a 5-fight win streak. I think I'm on a 5-fight win streak, aren't I? So it'd be 6. If I lose, I go back, don't I? I think that's what the problem is with Curt Warburton maybe as well. He's on a 4-fight win streak. There is probably easier fights for him.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's said online or something, or he's to one of his friends, that he's 1 or 2 fights away from UFC, which is where he wants to go. Clearly, is it a risky fighting? You know, there is easier fights out there. So, but I mean, if you look at my record here, I've beaten all the champions around Britain, you know, and have a fight, and just fight anybody I'm told to fight. There's easier fights than Curt Warburton. You know, no disrespect to Jeremy Petley or Stevie Ray, but them two are easier fights than Curt Warburton. So I could turn around to Jude and say, look, you know, I'll fight. Well, I'll just fight whoever. If I lose,
yeah, it's a tough question, but again, I suppose
I'll get a clause in the contract for an immediate rematch.
Hey, heard it here first. That's exclusive. Rob, thank you so much for your time. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and
Brilliant.
good luck to your team tonight.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Okay.